somebody help me here with this. I've put in applications and I try to find a job, and I even get told they're going to call me, but they never call. They're going to put me on the schedule, but they never call. 3 different times. I'll call you in a day or so. Never call. Why would someone do this to me? And then I put off looking other places in case the guy calls. And so I'm just wondering, I don't like being here anymore. This place, Earth, I don't like it here. I don't want to be here anymore. I wish somebody could help me leave here. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't like it here. It's not fun for me anymore. I don't want to be here. I don't like it here anymore. I don't want to be here. Can somebody please help me get out of here? I don't like this place anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's not even interesting anymore. It's a pain in my fucking ass. I hate being here. Somebody help me get out of here.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful that got there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the 4 winds. In the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai, pushing to get up out of there. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right, and what I want to get into today is respond, to this video on this Edomite bugging out, which is that's becoming a common theme, and it only gets worse, and it's beautiful, to see, the devil suffer. All right. And there's coming a time when the elites, all right, from the elites on down to Joe Sixpack, all right, they're going to be in the state of constant torment and captivity. And it's beautiful to see prophecy, play out in the earth, man. Okay. And as you have the elites, they're wearied in their counsel, they're scrambling, trying to pull off this new world order, all right, trying to silence the prophets, okay, trying to upset prophecy, which they have a hell of a task on their hand, okay. And then you have, these lower tier Edomites, okay, they're getting the rug pulled from under them, all right, because there was a time when the Edomite had, all right, this white privilege, all right, Edomite privilege. Well, that's being snatched away, because these top tier, all right, Edomite families, these elite, small 1%, okay, of Edomites, all right, are hoarding all the wealth to themselves, okay, and in this last little piece of their kingdom, okay, the masses of Edomites are suffering, and it's the same, especially in these Western Edomite governments, okay, the EU nations, okay, and the in America, all right, you hear major, protests. There's constant protests about the condition of the economy, the wages, all right, the inflation, and this is a common complaint with all these Edomites, man. So this is the beginning of suffering. This is just the beginning of the beginning, all right, because you devils have 1,000-year captivity of rigorous, hardcore, all right, back breaking, ACL tearing, all right, disc slipping, okay, spine breaking work, okay, and you devils are so weak, all right, mentally, man. It's going to be an amusement, it's going to be entertainment, okay, to see you devils, all right, have to bear, their burden, man. Okay, so let's go here. Let's get a couple precepts. All right, because I say Esau, the elites, all right, Amalek has pulled the rug, okay, on your Edomite privilege. Okay. You Edomites are doing worse than Jake. All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 5, and this is in the GNT. It says, how can you be generous with others if you are stingy with yourself? If you are not willing to enjoy your own wealth. And this is what you see with the elites. You know, and they could have the earth a complete paradise. They can make earth, you know, way more convenient than people. See, people confuse technology with convenience. No, when you are able, all right, to have your own substance, okay, that's true convenience. All right. Being able to order DoorDash, that's not true convenience. You see, but when you're able to have your own land, your own substance, your own crops, all right, your own livestock, okay, you own the states and your own enterprise, then that's true convenience. Okay? With this devil, he's so stingy with, you know, the world's wealth. Okay? Even with himself, he won't even invest, okay, in things that will truly benefit him. All right? He invests in what? Military. Okay? You know, poison, you know, how to poison, you know, the food. Okay? Enchantments. You know, he invests heavily in witchcraft, you know, through the music, media, Hollywood. Okay? So this man doesn't even really spend his wealth on enjoying the earth. Most of his wealth, it goes to some diabolical, all right, a wicked scheme or agenda. You know, he takes all these resources in the world and just hoards them up, and you know, he redistributes the resources through tyranny. You know, by enriching himself and making everyone else, all right, poor. You see, it says no one is worse off than someone who is stingy with himself. It is a sin that brings its own punishment. And see, this devil and the way he rules the earth is imploding on him now. Okay, he has a lot of leaks in the boat. All right, that can't be patched up, man, because of his wickedness, man. This wickedness over here, this wickedness over there, this scheme over here, this scheme over there, and it's all falling in on him. Okay, and this is what we're witnessing, man. When such a person does something good, it is only by accident. His selfishness will sooner or later be evident. Okay, and you Edomites, you know, you Joe Six-Pack Edomites, you know, you had a little slither, okay, of the blessing. You know, you go into the 50s and 60s, all right, and it started dwindling, you know, the end of the 70s, okay, into what we see today, which, you know, the system was set up. It was always rigged for wealth to flow to this small percent, okay, and to be ciphered, all right, from everyone else, including you Edomites, man. Okay, and how you Edomites are feeling it is beautiful. It says a selfish person is evil. He turns his back on people's need and is never satisfied with what he has. Greed will shrivel up a person's soul, and this nigga is never satisfied. Okay, he's he's rolling out a system that even takes more. Okay, that oppresses more. You see, he has a system that's going to bring more poverty to the masses, man. Okay, and this is why this man has to be stopped. But you Edomites, you know, you're just, you know, especially lower tier Edomites, you're just two-time losers. Okay, you're losing in your kingdom, all right, and you're getting ready to lose for 1,000 years to come. This is just the beginning. That's why you go to this parable, okay, of Lazarus and the rich man. Uh, yeah. All right, you go to this parable with Lazarus and the rich man. All right, you go to Luke 16. We'll just get straight to the point, because it's going to be a major trading places in the earth. Okay, and you lower tier Edomites, I said you're a two-time loser. And he was saying, oh, I don't want to be here anymore. Someone help me get away from here. Well, them nukes finna get you away from here for a moment. Okay? Them nukes finna get you away from here. You finna go to the upper room. All right? And a lot of these Edomites finna start offering themselves, man. Okay? The ones that the Lord allow. All right? And a lot of you Edomites are preserved for those nukes, man. Okay? Because it's the Lord that's going to determine how you Edomites leave here, man. Okay? Judgment finna go forth. All right? And you're finna leave here, all right, by death through pain. Okay? This is Luke 16:23 says, and in hell, all right, he lift up his eyes. It's speaking to you Edomites, and this hell is speaking to captivity. So you Edomites that are unalive, all right, during this judgment, okay, well, guess what? You're going to come back through the remnant of Esau, those first crop of Edomite slaves. You're going to come back through them in captivity, all right, and then you're going to keep going through this cycle of living, all right, your whole life as a slave, okay, dying and coming back. And this cycle gonna continue for 1,000 years. Okay, so this is just the beginning of the beginning. Okay, this is Luke 16:23 says, and in hell, all right, he lift up his eyes, being in torments and seeing Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. Yeah, and they're seeing us in our comfort, enjoying the promises made to our forefather, which is world dominion and righteousness, immortality, okay, abundance. You see? And that's going to be a torment, all right, in itself. You devils to see Jake in their glory. Okay, you're going to be far off. Okay? You're going to be the hands and feet of our kingdom. Okay? So, yeah, this is just the beginning, man. It's beautiful, to see these devils. All right? It's beautiful to see Esau lose. Okay? And guess what? Your kings are finna lose. They go into captivity with you. Okay? Y'all y'all can work it out in them pits. Okay? Y'all can figure that out where y'all went wrong in the pits. Okay? So Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified once again. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakodash, and double honors unto the elders, GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing salutation to the hopeful Shalom.